What's good, prima donnas? Back again today with another video. Now in today's video I am so excited because I've been literally waiting for this package in the mail probably like all week, and mine came a little late, but I don't even care about that, you guys. She's finally here and I can finally put to the test what everybody on TikTok has been raving about, which is the new Juvias Place I Am Magic Natural Radiance Foundation and the powder. I'm on the Juvias PR list. Thankfully to you guys, this is why I love y'all, because y'all make all of my dreams come true. So when I seen this baby at my doorstep, I literally screamed. So they sent me all of the foundations and the powder so that way I can test out for you guys, as well as the duo sponges, which I do have here that I did test out in the video as well. And if you guys have not heard that this foundation is a dupe to the Makeup by Mario foundation, y'all already know that I had to put that to the test, because if you watched my last upload, y'all already know that I am beyond obsessed, okay? I'm a fan, a stan, and everything in between of the new Makeup by Mario Surreal foundation. Surreal Skin foundation. So when I heard that this Juvia's one was a dupe, baby, and it's half of the price, I'm gonna have to put the prima donnas on and let you guys know if the hype is true or not. So I hope you guys do enjoy this video. If you guys want to see me test out and review the new Juvias Place foundation and powder, then you already know what to do. Definitely keep on watching. Definitely subscribe to my channel for more beauty content if you do like everything makeup. But yeah, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you guys in my next video. So first things first, we're going to jump into the skin. As you guys can see, I already do have my eyeshadow on. Now, I was so upset because my camera stopped recording this gorgeous soft glam. But of course, I am going to talk you guys exactly what I did for the eyes. So going in with the Dulce palette from Juvias Place. Honestly, grab this palette for one eyeshadow, which is that gorgeous, gorgeous nude on the lower corner. This shade is just one of those shades that you literally can just throw all over your lid without literally doing the most. So that's exactly what I did. And then I used the dark brown to create a little wing. Now for today's look, I was being a little lazy. So of course I did have my handy dandy Scotch tape to help me out. Hey, do what you gotta do, sis, to help me create a wing. And for lashes, I do have on the Lily lashes in So Extra Miami. So now moving on to our PR package. You guys see how massive this is. Now thanks to you guys, I am forever blessed. So I just want to give a big shout out to the prima donnas, because wouldn't get this if it wasn't for you. But as you guys can see, they sent over literally all of the foundations and the powders, as well as the duo sponges. So blessings to y'all, like I said, and let's jump into some iced coffee and play with new foundation. So this is what the unicarton looks like once you get it. Packaging, as always, A1 with Juvias Place. Very, very cute and unique. This is what the foundation pump looks like. It does come in like a little squeezy tube. It's not a glass bottle, so it's very travel friendly. I really, really like the packaging. Also, the packaging of the powders, they do come in kind of like a hard case, brown, really, really cute. And I do like the fact that it does have like a flip up, so that way you can have your sponge nice and compact as well, if you did want to apply the powder foundation with a sponge. This is what these sponges look like. They're the exact same sponge. One is just yellow and purple, and the other one is red and purple. So they do give you two color options. I did want to show you guys what the sponge looks like up close, because it is a very unique shape. It kind of is giving a beauty blender if it was cut in half, so that way you kind of get like a powder puff and a beauty blender all in one. So it's basically a 5-in-1 universal sponge. So this is me just getting kind of like a feel of it on my face, and I'm like, all right, let me go ahead and wet it to see what it's giving when it does get wet with water. So as you guys can see, it is double the size, so it does grow in size when you do wet it, and it is very, very squishy, very, very good quality. So yes, it's not like no stiff ass sponge. So let's go ahead and pump some foundations. You guys already know when you get a new foundation, the fucking struggle is so annoying. But anyways, finally got the foundation out. Now at first, as soon as I seen it, I was like, okay, this is pretty dark. By the way, the color that I am wearing right now is the shade Tangier. I'm not sure the number. I'll leave it in the description box. But I noticed as soon as I applied it, it just literally just started oxidizing and getting darker and darker. And this is me just like trying not to wipe it off because I'm trying to work with it. But when I looked at the back of my hand and squeezed another tube, I literally realized how light it looked when I first squeezed it out of the tube. and how dark it got within the matter of literally a minute or two. I was like, no, I can't do this shade. So I literally swapped it for the shade Ibiza, which is a lot better. This is the shade 530 Ibiza. And now I can actually focus, because you guys, that shade at first, I literally couldn't even focus on nothing. So now I'm like, okay, the coverage is amazing. The radiance, the glow, because you guys know I'm dry as fuck, is literally bomb as fuck. This is the side with no foundation versus the side with foundation, and you guys can just see the coverage is fucking impeccable. Like, you're not about to tell me that this is a $20 foundation, because I would honestly think this is Charlotte Tilbury, bitch, some NARS. Like, it looks that good. I also wanted to see what it was giving with my favorite foundation sponge. Brush, which is the Makeup by Mario Duo brush right now, just to see if it would sheer it out some, because girl, the coverage is crazy. But I wanted to know if that was just the Juvias sponge, but nah, sis, nah. The brush gives you full coverage as well. It does not shear down the foundation whatsoever. It is just gorgeous. You still get that radiance even with the brush. And you guys, like, I just am living. Like I said, beside that little incident we just had with the little with it oxidizing, beside that, bitch, this foundation is fire. So let me go ahead and finish up the face. So I'm gonna go ahead and use some concealer. This is the L'Oreal Infallible concealer, and I'm also still using the Makeup by Mario brush. As you can see, you guys, I literally use this brush for everything nowadays, for my concealer, for my cream bronzer. Like, I'm obsessed with this brush. I also am obsessed with kind of like that bright under eye trend. So I'm also going to go in with the Kimchi concealer just on my inner corners of my eyes, just to brighten that tiny little area. It just makes all the difference. So yeah, I do let that sit there just for a little bit, just so I can blend out my nose contour. And bitch, I've been really practicing my nose contour, and we are getting somewhere. Anyways, I'm also going to see what the sponge is giving on my under eye and just give it a chance. And I wanted to really use the shape of it. Do y'all see just how well that shit cuts the side of my nose to really clean up that nose contour? Like, I literally gagged. I was like, hold on. And especially if you have a winged eyeshadow like me, and you trying to like put your concealer right up under your wing, girl, this sponge is perfect for that. So now I'm going to set everything down with powder. I'm going to go in with the brighter one first, right there on my under eye. And the brighter one, I believe this one is in the shade Madrid. This is in the shade Very Light 4, and it is super, super light, perfect for the under eye. But guys, look at the blurring effect. So this is the side with nothing set. The foundation and the concealer is still wet. You guys can see that my under eye is creasing like a motherfucker. Okay, but once I set it with the Juvias powder, baby, I literally looked so airbrushed and so smooth. My skin just looked so flawless. It definitely did mattify the foundation a bit, especially because it was super, super glowy. I love that look. So I definitely did have to go back in with a dewy setting spray just to bring the glow back a bit, because I don't like to look super matte. But you guys can see before and after, the powder is gorgeous. So let's just finish up the face a bit, because I know you guys will kill me if I do not finish up the rest of my makeup on camera. So going in, of course, with the Juvia's Duo bronzer. I love this bronzer duo. You get a cool tone and a warm tone shade, especially the duo blushes as well. I cannot put down volume 4. If you guys do not follow me on Instagram or TikTok, you know that I am literally like obsessed with pink blush at the moment, as well as mid-tone blushing. Mid-tone blushing is literally when you take a little bit of blush and your under eye powder and actually blend the blush into the outer parts of your under eye, kind of like what you see me doing here. And you guys, you do not see that separation from your under eye to the blush. Everything just looks nice and blended. So yeah, I definitely did a reel over on my Instagram if you want to check out more about mid-tone blushing, but I've been obsessed. As you guys can see, I did go ahead and set my face with the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray, like I said, just to bring back a bit of that glow, because I do not like to look matte. and just pretty much just bringing back that highlight in my inner corner with a matte white shadow and a little bit of highlight onto the cheekbones and kind of like the highest points of my face. By the way, this is the Dior Backstage Face Glow palette in number 2 glitz. I love this highlighter palette. But yeah, this is pretty much the face makeup all nice and completed. You guys, 10 out of 10 for the skin, because what, bitch? Do you see my skin? But anyways, let's go ahead and tune into my final thoughts so that way I can tell you guys what I really think of the foundation and the powder. Okay, beauties, so this is the completed makeup look. I am honestly obsessed with the way that my makeup came out today. I'm not even gonna lie. I have been switching up a few techniques in my makeup routine, which is why my makeup's been coming out extra beat lately. My final thoughts on the new foundation and the powder, because girl, I got a lot to say now that everything is all done and the rest of my makeup is on. Okay, so first things first, let me just say that the foundation is beautiful. It is all worth the hype, you guys. Not even gonna lie to you, this foundation is honestly gorgeous. As you guys can see on my skin, this is an affordable drugstore foundation, and you're not about to sit here and tell me that it didn't even look like I used a high-end foundation. Do you see the skin? Now, as far as it being a complete dupe for the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Foundation, which I do have right here. If you guys did want to see my full in-depth review on this bad boy, I do have that up on my channel as well. But you guys, will I necessarily say that it is an exact dupe? I feel like on a scale of 1 to 10 to how similar it is kind of like an 8. So it's not all the way at a 10, because I feel like the Makeup by Mario is a lot more dewier. I feel like with the Juvias one, you definitely do get that glowy skin, but it's not as glowy as the Makeup by Mario. But it is very, very comparable. Like I said, the price difference is a drastic difference. So yeah, it's kind of like you pick and choose. Like I said, I haven't worn this all day to know what the wear test is giving, or like I said, to see how it's going to sit. But honestly, every time I wear a Juvias foundation, it always literally lasts the entire day. So I can just tell that my makeup is going to be locked and set. So lighting, and also with my flash and back camera on my phone, because you guys seem to like when I do the flash test and kind of like the back camera test. But yeah, I know you guys are gonna ask about the lip combo. I did film the lip combo over on my Instagram, so definitely follow me on Instagram and show love to my reels, because I definitely did film this lip combo over on there. Okay, so literally I love the foundation. The only thing, you guys, hold on, where is the other one? Okay, the only thing with the foundation, I'm not gonna lie, thank God that they did send it to me in PR. Because if I was just shopping in the store and I would have picked up this foundation, I would have had to return it, because the shade that I thought first was going to be my shade, which was the shade Ibiza 530, it was way too orange and way too warm on me. So thank God I did have backup shades in PR, so that way I can kind of fix it. Because if I was just at Ulta and I was shopping, I would have swatched this on my hand and I would have been like, oh my God, that's perfect. I would have took it home and then it would have just been a complete fail. So I'm glad that I did have an extra backup shade. But I do want to warn you guys, if you are picking up this foundation in Ulta, this foundation definitely does oxidize. So I will highly recommend for you to just swatch it on your hand or on your neck, walk around the store for 2-3 minutes, and then come back and see if it's still a match. Because I even noticed, even with the shade that I have on, it looks super light when it was wet, and it's still oxidized a bit, which now that everything is on, it looks stunning. Like I said, it actually came together. That this foundation definitely does oxidize a bit, nothing too crazy. So just picking up your shade in store, which I know a lot of people don't have access to, you know, always go in store. But with this foundation, I'm telling you, it's one of those foundations that you definitely do have to go in store and get your match. Now, moving on to the powders. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love the shade range in the powders, especially this shade Madrid, which is in the shade Very Light 1. And you guys, this is so bright. It kind of even reminds me of my Charlotte Tilbury light powder that I use just to brighten up my under eyes. So I think I kind of found a little dupe. As far as the pigmentation, you guys, do y'all see how pigmented these powders are? So you're definitely gonna get pigment with these powders. So yeah, if you definitely do want a little bit more coverage in your foundation, I would definitely recommend to pick a powder that is very similar to your foundation shade. So I do like both of these. I did pick Madrid to just brighten up my under eye, and then to set my foundation I did go in with Cairo, and I really do like the powder as well. The only thing with the powder in conjunction with the foundation, it definitely does mattify it a bit, because once you set the foundation down with the powder, it definitely does turn into like a natural skin-like finish. It's not super glowy, and like I said, a lot of people definitely do prefer that because not everybody does like a super dewy foundation. So it is just personal preference. But yeah, you guys, that was pretty much everything that I had to say about the Juvias foundation and the powder. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know down below if you guys did pick up the powder or the foundation, and let me know what are your thoughts on. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok for more content, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye.